So there's been enough questions in my comment section over the last couple of videos, especially the ones that I've been mining with Perl and Keryx. And that big question is, how do you set up an actual GPU mining rig on HiveOS? So in this video, I'm gonna go ahead and show you what I'm doing, what's needed for my setup. If you guys already have HiveOS installed on your mining rig, you can go ahead and jump ahead to the time spot I'm gonna put here in this video, in this section of the video. But if you are still here watching, then you're probably wanting to know how to do a fresh install or maybe do a reinstall of HiveOS if it's been a while since you've done it. So what is needed? Well, for my setup, because I actually have a 8 GPU mining frame, I needed to get one of these, and this is why it took me so long to get this video out to you guys, because I had to actually find one that was going to work for my setup. So this is an mSATA SSD. It is a solid state drive. Then, a long time ago, I had to buy one of these as well. I will have links for these with my Amazon affiliate link down below. If you guys are looking to buy any of the stuff, whether it's a GPU mining frame, some GPUs, or SSDs, anything like this, any computer stuff, feel free to use my link down below. It does help the channel out. But you're going to need one of these to be able to program one of these. Now, if you are going to use an actual one of the big solid state, like the nice cased SSDs, there's actually a different adapter you could use, and or also an adapter cord that I've used in the past as well. It just, they're not going to be able to write as fast as actually having an SSD into your motherboard. Now, there's one other thing that a lot of people may or may not know about HiveOS, but you can actually use an actual thumb drive, you know, a USB memory to go ahead and do that as well. Now, the thing is with USBs, they will fail after a while because they can't handle all the rewrites that end up happening, especially with the algorithms we're going to go ahead and get set up today. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get this stuff opened up. And I will tell you guys, once you install the software on this SSD, you have to go in and assign an actual drive to it. And I'm going to go ahead and walk you guys through that as well. So stay tuned. Let's go ahead and get this GPU rig up and running. All right, guys. So here we are on my actual PC, as you guys can see on the screen. What I did is I went to hiveon.com/install. And then that takes us to the install page here. And as you can see, there's actually quite a few different downloads that we can do for this system. Anything from ASICs to having an ASIC hub, the GPU. There is a beta image as well as a flashing utility. Now, I'm going to go ahead and just show you the easiest way, the way that I do it all the time, whenever I do have to download a new one. So first things first, I'm going to come over here where it shows the HiveOS image for rigs stable version. And I'm going to download the zip file. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to put this in my download folder. Just because it doesn't really matter where it goes, it's not going to be flagged as malicious software. Now, the next thing I want to do is I want to go into my HiveOS itself, and let me log into this. And then we're going to go into our farm that we're going to go ahead and assign this GPU rig to. So I'm going to click on Mystic Orb 289. Obviously, that's my name. But here you can actually see I do have a couple different rigs. Right here, this one right here, Knuckles, is the one that we're going to be using today. So here I went into the actual Knuckles page for the worker itself. There's a reason why I did that. I'm going to come over here to settings, because right now the zip file is downloading. Here you can go ahead and actually put your password in, or sorry, you can put the name for your mining rig in here. Down here, you can change the password if you want. I'm gonna leave the password the way that it is. But the thing that we're gonna wanna do next is we're gonna go ahead and click on this rig.config. And when we do that, it's going to download that for us as well. So once the zip file is done, which it looks like it's done right now, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to minimize all of this. So give me 1 second. And now we're going to our downloads. And right here, you can see the HiveOS stable version that we downloaded. I'm going to go ahead and minimize that for a second. We're going to jump back into the install HiveOS. For the simple reason that there's two different ways to go ahead and write the information onto the SSD. In order for us to be able to figure that out, we click on right here where it says how to write an image. And then right here, there's a hyperlink for a program called BalenaEtcher. And that's what we're going to use today. And the other one is going to be Rufus. Now, Rufus itself is set up more for like the USBs. So if you're going to be using a USB for your install, feel free to go ahead and download Rufus. But like I said, we're going to go ahead and use BalenaEtcher. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and install my SSD onto my little USB adapter. So you can see right there, it's in there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and insert this onto my PC. Hopefully it works. So it's in. I already downloaded BalenaEtcher, and I'll show it to you guys right here. I did download it into my Keryx miner folder, but we're going to come over here to where it says BalenaEtcher. We're going to open this up. And then from here, we're going to select our file. Hey everyone, I just wanted to interject really quick. If you guys are liking this video, share it out with someone that actually would find this video interesting or helpful. If you guys are looking to go ahead and purchase your first crypto equipment, or you want to upgrade what you have right now, I've got some referral links down in the description below. Make sure you use those as well as the discount codes. It will save you some money. It does help the channel out as well. If you guys are looking for a hosting facility, please check out my friend, Mr. New England Crypto. He's got a place down in Virginia, good prices. He's actually getting ready to expand, and he is looking for he's willing to help anyone who wants to go ahead and send their stuff down to him. And we're gonna go to our downloads folder because that's where we put it. And this is where it is. Now, a lot of you would probably just go ahead and click on that right away to try to install it. That is the wrong thing to do. So before we do that, I'm gonna close that. I'm gonna open up the file itself, and then I'm gonna actually do a right click on it. I'm gonna come down here where it says extract all. We're gonna extract it straight into the downloads folder. All right, guys, welcome back. So now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna actually click on flash from file. And we're gonna go back to our downloads folder. And right here, you can see the extracted version of the file itself. So we're gonna double click on that. Then we're gonna click on this and we're gonna hit open. All right, guys, here I'll go ahead and show you guys really quick. I did extract it, and it is right here, as you can see. So now I'm gonna go ahead and close that out. I'm gonna click on flash from file. And then I'm gonna go to my download folder. I'm gonna open this up. I'm gonna select the image itself. I'm gonna hit open. All right. So there you go. I went ahead and uploaded it, as you can see right there. Now we're gonna go ahead and select the target. And this will show you all the drives that are on here. I actually do have a total of 4 terabytes inside this PC, 2 with an SSD that's on the board, and then 2 in another SSD that's off the board. But what we're gonna click on is we're gonna click on this drive right here, the 256 gigabyte drive, because that's what we're gonna write to. We're gonna hit select one. Then we're going to go ahead and select flash, and it's going to tell us, hey, this is a large drive. Are you sure you want to flash to it? Always make sure you select the right drive. Don't write this onto your actual hard drive inside your computer, because then you're going to be in for a world of pain. So make sure, and that's the reason why this warning pops up. I am sure that this is the one I'm going to go ahead and write to, so I'm going to click on yes, I'm sure. And now it's going to go ahead and pop up the warning message to allow for us to write it. I'm going to click on yes. All right, guys, so we're back, and as you can see on the screen, it's validating, and as you can see right here, it does say successful target. We're not going to flash anything else, so we're going to go ahead and close that out. Now what we want to do is we want to come into our File Explorer menu, and we're going to come down here to our PC, and as you can see, there is no drive there. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to do one thing first. I'm going to hit eject, and we're going to eject this SSD out. So as you guys can see, I do have it out. There's a specific reason why I want to do this. I want to go ahead and let this thing power off completely, and then we're going to reinsert it, and we're going to see if it pops up with a drive letter. If it does not, I'll walk you guys through how to do the drive letter. All right. So we are very fortunate. It does pop up in here with a drive letter of E. So just to go ahead and make sure that everything is good, we're going to go ahead and right click on this PC. We're going to click on show more options, and then we'll go to manage. There is another option or another way to do this, and it would be to go into the search box and type in disk management, which is where we're going right now. And as you can see right here, this is all of my hard drives. I do have my 2 installed ones, and then here is the HiveOS one. So if I right click, On the first portion here, I can hit format, which will completely wipe the drive itself. I could change the drive letter, which I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to change this to H just because I want to. But you can go ahead and select any drive you want, any drive letter you want, hit OK, and then hit OK. And now it's going to go ahead and assign it. So now what we want to do is we'll want to go back into our downloads, and we're going to copy this rig.config. And then we're going to go back into drive H, and then we're going to go ahead and paste the rig.config file in here. And then that's it as far as the download process. All right, guys. So here is where the SSD is going to go. I'm going to go ahead and slide it in. All right, so it's fully seated. I'm going to grab my little screw that I need to go ahead and hold this bad boy down. And there you go. Now my SSD is installed. Power this on. So let's go ahead and supply power. Look at that, guys. HiveOS is installed, and it's trying to connect to the server itself. So let's go ahead and jump back in to my PC. So if we go back into my PC, we're going to go back into my farm, and this should show up here in a minute. All right, guys. So I sort of messed up. I forgot to plug my Ethernet cord in, but I don't know if you guys can see it behind me, but right here you might be able to see it, but it is showing HiveOS on there. And as you can see on my computer right now, it has populated. Now it's not doing anything yet. Why? Because I don't have a GPU in it. It does have a standard basic GPU in here that won't do anything for us. Right here, you can see there's 221 gigabytes of free storage, which is good, which means I don't have to try to format that drive on here. There is 8 gigabytes of RAM on here, and it does look like the actual software is updated. So if you guys give me a minute, I'm going to go ahead and power this back down. We're going to go ahead and connect my 3090 to it, and we're going to see if she shows up with the 3090, and if it does, we're going to go ahead and try to build this flight sheet for Keryx. So I'll be right back. All right, guys, welcome back. We got the GPU installed. And as you can see on my computer screen, there it is. It shows up right there. So proof is in the pudding. It does work. I've got the hot air flowing across it. Fans are lit up. I will show you guys it running here in a second, as well as the screen behind me. All right, so we're going to come into the wallet page first, and we're going to go ahead and create a wallet. And then we're going to go ahead and KRX, which is Keryx. We're going to type in, put our wallet address in there. And then we'll do Keryx web wallet. And then we're going to go ahead and create it. All right, so now we're going to go back into our workers, and we're going to select Knuckles because that's what we're in right now. And I'm going to go ahead and go to flight sheet. I'm going to create a flight sheet. So here we are on BKL Mine's website. You guys have already seen this before, and I'm going to leave part of the old video in that I was recording before, but I want to go ahead and walk you guys through the proper process on how to actually install Keryx mining on HiveOS. It is as simple as you clicking on the Keryx pool. You click on how to connect here, and then here you can see that they have their Windows version of the software. Don't do anything with this one. What you want to do is you want to click on here where it says Interminer. And then here you're going to go ahead and copy this. Then you're going to come back into your Hive. You're going to click on flight sheet. And then you're going to create a new flight sheet, which I already did, but I'm going to walk you guys through the process. Here in where it says clipboard, if you click on clipboard, it will automatically populate all of this for you. Now, what's going to end up happening here is you're going to select your Keryx wallet, web wallet, and then everything else gets populated. Now, if you go the other way where you go through the Windows stuff, you can actually sort of install it properly, but it won't actually be able to connect to the pool. So the only way to be able to do it is to do it this way. So after you copy this right here, you come back into your HiveOS, you click on clipboard, import it from clipboard, it populates everything, you hit create flight sheet, and then you can go ahead and get your miner up and running on the pool. So I currently have the shell in a box running, so I can go ahead and show you guys the install process. It's been probably updating for about 15 minutes now. I'll be back once we're done with the actual update to tell you how long it did take and to show you it's actually up and running on BalenaEtcher. So you guys stay tuned. I'll be right back in a second, just like this. So I'm sure you guys noticed I'm wearing a different shirt than you see earlier on in this video. Reason why is because this video actually took me a lot longer to try to record because I did run into some issues. So what you're going to see now is the finalization of the download and install. It is currently running on HiveOS, which is really cool. You'll also be able to see that in here as well. I haven't let it run for a very long time yet. I've just went ahead and got it set up so that way I can get this video done now for you guys. I also wanted to go ahead and let you guys know ahead of time, anytime there's an update to the Keryx network, you're going to have to update your software in HiveOS. Because if you don't, you are not going to be able to connect to the pool. And that is one of the issues that I had yesterday when I was going through all of this, is I couldn't connect to the pool. And I saw on their Discord that BalenaEtcher was actually, because if you guys aren't aware of this, they're in Russia. So last night, when for here in North America, in New York, where I reside, I saw them talking on their Discord for Keryx Labs, and they said they're working on their node update so that way they can be up and running. Now, I have decided last night as well that I'm going to go ahead and use my little mini PC that I got from ETCMC, which is a project I used to follow. And I'm going to turn that into my own personal Keryx node at some point. So if you guys are interested in wanting to see how I do that, let me know down in the comments down below. But with that being said, guys, I want to say thank you guys for following me in this video today. I know that you guys have asked for this video for a little while, and I'm finally happy I'm able to get it up and running for you guys, even though it did take a very long time of doing it, as well as a lot of trial and error. But I do feel significantly better about going through this for you guys instead of you guys, driving yourselves crazy. So if you guys got any kind of value out of this, please go ahead and share it with someone else that might be interested in this project or is struggling to be able to understand how to set up a HiveOS flight sheet. I do have some videos in these cards that are going to be around me here at the end of the video. Please feel free to go ahead and click on one of those to go ahead and watch another video. With that being said, I want to say thank you guys for joining me in this video. I do have another video scheduled for to come out at the end of this week. And then I will also have another one scheduled for Monday next week. I'm finally getting back into my actual groove of uploads. So stay tuned. I hope you guys like the videos that are coming up this week and going into next week. With that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out. Have a great rest of your day. Keep on mining, and I'll see you soon.